Well, hey there, friend. Step right in and grab a figure. And welcome to the Pret Pool Channel. Here at the Pret Pool Channel, let's talk about the new action figure I got. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Maybe you might like how it looks, or maybe how it moves with its joints, or maybe you like the stuff it comes with. But no pressure, my friend. Just enjoy the show today, right here at the Pret Pool Channel. So go on and give us like, or be bold and click subscribe. After all, it's a free ride to the Pret Pool Channel.
Hey, welcome back. This is Pret Pool. Thank you for clicking on my video. We're going to be doing another review. This time we're doing from Valaverse Action Force Sidewinder. And this is the Dia of los Muertos version. It was exclusive at first at conventions, but now Valaverse has it available at their site. As of filming of this video, they have still in stock. So hopefully if you see this in the future, this is still available for you to purchase if you're interested in this figure. Starting off, I'm really impressed with this figure. I really haven't bought any Valaverse in a while, but this one here caught my eye and I'm glad I purchased it. So behind here we see the back of the card that he comes with. He has his file card there. You have your Valaverse Action Force points that you can cut out if you want, and it's very collector friendly packaging. So if you're familiar with the line now, he has switched this packaging a while back already to make it more collector friendly. That you can just slip out the back, take out the figure. You can always just put the figure back and so forth. But since I'm not an in-package collector, I always take out my figure and I'll cut out the file cards and the points to use at a future date. So enough about the packaging. As far as the items he comes already in package with these two Uzis, as you know, kind of known in the 80s or called more, but also I believe they're called Max. So he has them already in his hand. He also has already grenades in his pouches. These are removable, and they're quite well secured in there. So you really have to tug them out to get them out. So these are black grenades here, and then you have these here that are kind of like a metallic green. These are also removable, and these could be again like for smoke, tear gas, etc. However you want to utilize them for whatever purpose. These pouches here are removable, but if you take them out, they kind of leave an eyesore of like holes. So you'll have that there. They don't give you like extra pouches to kind of like, you know, mix and match. So imagine you have to buy other figures, or maybe buy as far as accessory packs in which you'll be able to mix and match stuff. But once you remove this, you'll have the Mexican flag. He's a medic, and these are more visible with this removed. I assume you can probably, if you wanted to, you can customize this by cutting this part off if you want, the top port, and just kind of keep this bottom port here, put this back, and you'll have this visible if that is your preference. So just an idea to share if you want to change things up with your figure. Putting it back isn't too bad. It's easy to do, so not an issue. The vest is also removable, just like all the other figures are. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a headache. I try to remove it. Removing is not the issue, it's putting it back on. So I was just kind of curious how it looked, and I took off here, but then putting just the one tab back was a pain. So, but I'm fine with the vest on, so I have no plans as far as customizing yet as far as his look. He also comes already with this really nice pistol that's already on him in package. It's not loose. It is removable though from his holster. So if you take that out, so it's kind of like a specialized for him. It's a nice sculpted design on it. So, and it's securely in there. He also has a suppressor that is right here, and it's also very snug in there, so you don't have to worry about it coming out. He also has, let's see what else. I think that's it. Yep, that's what he has as far as online on already installed accessories. It doesn't have a knife or anything like that. So yeah, really nice the way what he comes with already on. Before I'm not gonna get too much into articulation because his articulation is not hasn't changed from other figures on the line, so he hasn't updated anything or something like, oh, this is new, so forth. The only thing I do want to mention is about his boot cut. So it's not, you would think it would be here, but actually is above that. So is there in his pants. So it's kind of, for me, that's an odd place to do it. Not too crazy about it. I would have thought he would have done it down here. The cut for the boot, but no, it's on the pants. So odd choice, but yeah, that's one thing you might want to keep in mind. I mean, it doesn't impact as far as what he can do. It's just a boot cut in a higher place. It just kind of hit the pants will look a little weird sometimes depending how you shift his foot around. As far as other accessories, he does come with this rifle. It's quite nice. He has, again, Valaverse Bobby. He does a great job with his weapons, with colors, as far as paint job, sculpt. So this one's really nice. I like how this one came out. And he has the ammo clip that, you can flip around. Once you finish with the bullets on one side, then you can just flip it up this way, and then there you go. Shoot those plastic bullets. Yeah, sometimes you just have to flip them around. And you have your grenade launcher here. Then he does have a helmet. Oh wait, before we get to that, for his sorry if you guys don't I'm not crazy how I call them, but for his Uzis, that's how I'm always known them as. You do have two suppressors that you can put on them. So I'm just gonna put on one of them just to give you an idea. I like them without them on. I kind of like a more, kind of like a shorter looking weapon, but yeah, they fit fine. They're not loose or anything, so you don't have to worry about them falling out. But I'll take it out. So let's have him standing. Oh, and let's see, he has his helmet. And again, if you're familiar with Valaverse, his helmets are pretty neat. The pieces are removable, like his earpieces here with his mic and so forth. So you can always put a different ones, like side shields instead of this. And then he has his night vision goggles that it does have a hinge that you can bring down, and he has 4 lenses on there, and you can just flip it back up. There you go. And last but not least, as far as items, he always comes with, basically has 4 pairs of hands. He has his gun wielding hands, he has 2 fisted hands, he has kind of more like a knife holding hand, so it doesn't have a trigger finger, it's more like this, and he has more like the cupping hands. So these are again standard with most of his regular figures. So there's nothing different there as far as that he changed with his hands. Now let's take a quick look at his face paint, because that's really the main drawing point of this figure. This figure already came out, this character already came out previously without any face paint or anything like that. Sidewinders, so he came from a previous wave. But now he has this version, which, kind of Punisher-esque, if you want to say. This is the standard one, and then there's 2 alternate limited edition types. Each one was 100 pieces or versions made of each one. So one is kind of like a red, another one's like bluish. Those 2 other versions, his paint kind of has a more serious, angry look, while this one kind of has drawn a smile on it. He's not really, the sculpt of the figure itself, he's not smiling, but the paint on here on this is smiling. So kind of gives that, I kind of using this character not more like a madman type thing. He's kind of a little bit not all there. He's kind of like in a I'm not making him really a hero or a good guy. He just, he's just kind of a little wacky there, kind of in line with kind of like a Joker type deal in a way. But yeah, so that's how I'm going to be using this character, because I'm going to mix them with other lines. So talking about other lines, let's go ahead and do some comparisons as far as sizes and other lines. Now, before we actually do get into other lines, let's go ahead within its own line. I'm going to do next to Bone Collector. This is the version 1. Well, yeah, I'll say it's version 1.5. So this is not from the initial wave. This is when he did a re-release with some slight touches that he changed. Then here's my custom Pandora, in which I took I put different legs and different top of the basic female figures, and then I put Pandora's like accessory pack items and made a new version of her. So there they are next to each other. They look quite nice. Alright, so let's go ahead now do comparison with Operation Monster Force. This is the Eraser. This is a great figure. I already did a review on this guy. I love this figure. You know how sometimes you get a figure and you kind of walk around with it, or you start posing, you just can't put him down? Well, recently that's this guy for me. He's kind of close to it since I got him, but Eraser, I just know, man. I just really love the he's just a fun figure. I like having him. And from G.I. Joe Classified, recently I just got a Grim Viper, in which I'm going to do a review on him after this one sometime this weekend as of the filming of this video. Also a fun figure that I just got. Alright, and let's do one last comparison. So let's throw in Marvel Legends. This is an older Punisher. I swapped the head, put a different head on this body. But here's Punisher. Kind of have the military background. Let's see if I can have him stand up. There you go. And let's say you want to put him against a Predator. I'm going to put here this guy, just for size comparison. Alright, there we go. So yeah, there's that. So do I recommend this figure? I would say yes. It's a fun figure. I like it. The deco's unique, or fairly unique. If you are familiar with Loose Collector, they have a character there called La Muerta, in which she also has that face, similar face paint. So I do not have her. I've been kind of chopping around, see if I can find her at a decent price. She's kind of expensive in some places, and Big Bag Toy Store is planning to re-release her, but she runs about $90. But she will look great with this figure. So let me just show you here. See, here's a picture of her, and yeah, I think these will look good together. But if I can get her, great. If I can't, well, life goes on. So highly recommend this figure. No articulation, no QC issues with articulations or removing hands and so forth for me. Definitely a fun figure to get. So I hope this was helpful. I know there's been other reviews out there of this figure already out. Thank you for taking the time to look at mine. Please like or subscribe if you like what you've seen so far. I have plenty of other videos that you can check out of other figures that I've done in the past. Perhaps you haven't purchased them then. You've always been on the fence whether to get or not. Maybe one of my videos might help you. In the meantime, thank you again for clicking, and keep enjoying the hobby and treat each other well. Until next time, see you later.